What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Overwatch Ultimates, Reinhardt. Alright, my zillions, what we have here is the absolute beast of the Overwatch Ultimates line. The tank-like Reinhardt. And, Reinhardt with a vengeance? Is it Reinhardt? Is it Reinhardt? Reinhardt. I'm gonna say Reinhardt. I'm probably not going to say Reinhardt throughout this video. Probably going to say Reinhardt. I'll probably go in and out. How about that? You guys let me know how to pronounce it. I should know. I should know anyway. But anywho, this thing is a monster. It is one of... it's on the large size of Marvel Build-A-Figures. It is very big, but it is expensive. It's about $50. No, it's not about $50. It's $50. That is the retail price, and that's pretty much what where it's at around the net. Don't pay more for this. I'll say that right now. I wish it was a little bit less. But he is a beast. There's no doubt about it. He's a big boy. I mean, BAFs do sell from about $50 to $60, sometimes even more, loose. So there's that. Not that, Marvel Legends sells them loose, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, he's cool. This is the one that I saw at Toy Fair where I was like, I'm gonna buy this no matter what, because it looks absolutely incredible and something I want to have. It's very anime-esque, very anime-inspired for sure. I really dig that. And a lot of the Overwatch designs are. But this is definitely anime-esque, very Full Metal Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? Really dig it. The design, it's very, very, very nicely done. But it's a figure nicely done. Let's get him off this turntable and start finding out. Gonna look at Reinhardt's accessories. He first comes with what I want to say is a lion shield. I mean, yes, he's definitely lion-esque. This is pretty cool. It's just, the silver plastic that's, going on here. But it's a good silver. And you got the yellow in the eyes and the yellow on the sides. It kind of gets a little messy on the sides there. And then you have the red. It's kind of like this messed up red that's like going on throughout him on the top and the bottom. And that just plugs into here. So that looks pretty cool. It is a tad loose. I mean, it's not going to fall out on you, but it doesn't feel super, super secure. But it looks good there, that's for sure. Of course, that lion forms the massive energy shield here, which I'm gonna borrow this from my wife. Just looks like a piece of Tupperware. It's kind of warped. It's not like super perfect. It's got this like gritty like honeycomb pattern to it. This mid part, which is just done in kind of like a gunmetal plastic gray. It's huge. It's really, I feel like, what's making this guy, this whole thing, like, more expensive. Not just that it's a big solid figure, kind of baffy, but because they had to make the packaging so big to accommodate this shield, which is super tall. It doesn't even fit into my camera. Yeah, and then the packaging gets costly, I think. It's nice packaging, though. So you put that there, and then this here would plug into his arm, and then Reinhardt's got this giant, ridiculously giant shield, which, he could use to help protect his friends, which is nice. It is enormous. If you put it upwards, you really can't fit it. Pretty sure it goes this way. And there you go. It's huge. It's cool. I don't know. It's just so big. But it does feel like just feels like Tupperware to me. For sure, it does feel like kind of like cheap plastic. It is what it is. It's translucent blue. But it's alright. It's a cool accessory and definitely something different that like your other figures don't have. And finally, we got his giant hammer, which is kind of weighty, kind of solid. This part's a little bit, has a little give to it, but it's pretty cool. This is all done in silver at the end, here at this end. Sculpt's alright, kind of looks like, I think this is done on purpose, like just like messed up like metal. I don't know. The finish overall feels a little rushed, but it kind of works to its favor. There's some swirly plastic going on. This is kind of a metallic plastic here, and then this is just gunmetal gray in the middle. And you got more of that silver along with gunmetal gray here into like more like solid gray. This is a nice sculpt right here in gunmetal, which is really nicely done. I do like all of this stuff here. It's just cool. And then you got these like, I guess, rocket boosters in the back done in yellow, because I think he'll be like, for excess force. Again, I haven't played the game, so I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing, and that's pretty neat. I like that idea a lot. It is really, really nicely sculpted. I do dig it. And while I guess you could put it in either one of these hands, I can't really get it into this hand. The whole between the room between the fingers there actually feels a little smaller, but I think if I heat that up, I'll be fine. If you've been watching these reviews, I've definitely had to heat up some of these things. Get this back on. See, he fell off, but he fell down. So this thing is kind of heavy, and sometimes it does that. Yeah. So you got your instant smashing action there, but depending on, if you move it out a little bit, it'll stay there. But it is, like I said, a heavy, heavy hammer. And now when you, that time it stayed. Also, it definitely swivels the wrist, as you can see there, and moves that hinge. So it's very, very heavy. You will have to, be careful and mindful of that when you're moving it around, and if you're doing photography, have a little bit of patience, or maybe get some like floor polish in his shoulders and stuff, make it tighter. That'll help. But I'm not gonna say his arm is loose, because you'll see in the articulation section it isn't that loose. It's just that this thing is really, really heavy. So that's unfortunate. I don't get that with the shield on this side. So maybe, but the thing is, you can't really switch them, Shield definitely goes on this side. There's no hole on this side. So it is what it is. It's still a very nice hammer. All right, let's give you the articulation breakdown here, since I already mentioned it. You have a hinged head. There's actually a ratchet in there. One. And then it can swivel, but you can get it all the way around, actually. So, hey, there you go. You can look down okay. Doesn't really go back at all. In the middle, you do have a giant joint here. So it moves all right, pretty freely. Gets you one back, one forward, and that is it. There is no other joint. You're just getting the giant joint in the middle. And it's not even giving you much, but you can do a little bit side-to-side action on that. These are on, friction hinges there, the shoulder pads. And then you have a hinge swivel, standard for the shoulder. It is ratcheted going outwards, not going up and down. But as you can see, this doesn't fall without the hammer in his hand, so that's good. It does have a bicep swivel. You have a ratcheted elbow, hinged, really interesting hinge. Check that out. You don't really see that often from Marvel Legends. Something different there. Very deep hinge there. Swivel as well. You can see it again on this side. A little less noticeable. Ooh, I can't. It's very tight on this side. Oh, maybe too tight. Oh, I'm a little scared of that one. Be honest with you. It works, but I'm a little scared. Not getting any further than this on a split. or kicking out that much. You can go back a little bit. You can swivel it within that thigh there. No real thigh cut to say, but it is, you know, you can do it within the armor there. It is a double jointed knee. There's the one side and there's the other. That's cool. Ugh, tight. And then rocker hinge combo at the foot, you know, as per Hasbro. So that's pretty good. You know, it's a big dude. It's one of their big figures. I really don't expect much more than that. But you know, it works. You're gonna get him into some poses, not like a ton, but yeah, I think it works for me. Let's have a good look at this guy. I really like the head sculpt. It's pretty cool, very like knight-like. You got the yellow up top there, and then the rest is kind of done in this. It's silver. Actually, up here is more of a gray, like because it's spikes, and you know Hasbro's not going to give you like actual spikes because you know kids. You know, this is a soft plastic. Yeah. Not, I mean, you know, this is both for kids and adults. You know, this is part of, whenever you get like the $20 figure from Hasbro, you're getting, you know, a combo of both. It's good for kids, but it's really good for collectors too. You know, like it's both. Yeah, I don't want to hear otherwise because it is. You got silver on this side, and that looks good. Really good sculpt. The neck part looks very nice in gunmetal. That's really cool. Going down to his chest here, you got the yellow around this big piece that's kind of like chipped out or whatever. It's kind of got like a metallic finish there, pearlescent. It does look a little messy up here, but it's more metallic-y and, you know, kind of swirly plastic mixed together. It does work, you know, like, I gotta say, the more I look at it, the more it kind of looks like wear and tear. And I said that about the Pacific Rim Uprising figures from Tamashii Nations, you know, so it's like, yeah, it had that same thing going on. It kind of works for what you're getting here. And then you got the yellows in there, that looks fine. A little bit of sloppy paint to it. Maybe could have been done a little thicker in spots. But it works, kind of. You know, like the more you look at it, the more you get annoyed at it. It's like, come on, do a little better. It feels like, you know, I know we're doing the looks here, but it kind of just feels like Hasbro's putting out too much. A little editor's note here. It just, maybe Hasbro, you're taxing your factories too much, because a lot of the figures I've gotten lately, have a lot of like QC issues that I didn't really have last year, and I feel like you guys are just doing too much. So there you go. Let's get back to it. On the shoulder pads, you got the red here. You know, I give a pass to any of the red because it looks like it's supposed to be cut up and chewed up like that. Same thing with the black. I guess you could say the same thing about the yellow, but I feel like the yellow is supposed to be like light parts, you know, so that shouldn't be. And then the shoulder pads continue that, you know, combo of metallic and swirly plastic. You got a really ugly seam line here with a little bit of a chewed out part. It doesn't look so good. Little, you know, nicks and stuff in there. Could be better. You know, it's fine on that side, but could be better. Looking at his back, he does have this big giant, you know, reactor thing in the back. I don't know if it's jet propulsion or what, or just like shoots out fire when he's battling. That would be kind of cool. You got some cool pipes done in gunmetal up here. I do like this whole piece. It does look good. Nothing wrong with it, honestly. This whole looks good. I like the armor a lot. It looks very nice. Elbow pads look good. This looks pretty cool. You know, not what, you know, without the thing, the shield thing, it doesn't look as good, but you got a lot of swirly plastic. But again, I'm saying, I feel like it kind of works. I don't really hate it that much. Fists are awesome. They're really nice. I love his knuckles. You know, you do not want to get punched by this guy. Again, you got the swirly plastic, but again, it kind of works. You got gunmetal on the inside, and that looks really good. Going down here, more of that. I didn't touch on this on the articulation, but this part articulates, this, you know, little flap here. Done in that same gray plastic as the head crest here, kind of soft. The legs, oh, I like his elbow pads, by the way. Not bad there. That looks cool. Going down his legs, looks pretty good. Love his knee pads. Love all this going on. I really do like how it goes in and out of like the gunmetal and the silver. It definitely adds to it, and it kind of makes a lot of the imperfections seem natural. You know what I'm saying? I really love his ankles, man. I love that. That looks so cool. Then his feet, he's got like the Iron Sheik boots. For lack of a better term, but it looks good. I really like them. They're really cool. You know, this color is just great. So yeah, this guy looks pretty good. I mean, it takes those imperfections in the armor and the paint and stuff, and kind of makes it, you know, not really all the paint, because I do feel like the yellows, anywhere you see yellow could have been better, honestly. But the actual, you know, silver plastic and stuff with all the swirls and stuff, it really does work. I really don't have a problem with it too much. I do like how that looks tampoed on. But yeah, it's just a yellow. It needed to be done a little bit cleaner, so that's definitely the thing that I'll say the most about it. But he's got some interesting proportions, you know, like he's very kind of stocky, like huge on top, not as big on the bottom. So it's interesting proportions. He's built like a tank, right? He's supposed to be like a tank. So I dig it. I definitely dig it. Oh, your size comparisons. Here is Reinhardt with Mercy and Farah, and with Tracer, Soldier 76, and Anna, Marvel Legends Hercules, and SH Figuarts Praetorian Guard, Mezco Popeye, Dragon Star Cell, Smash Beastbot, and to give you a good look where this guy stands with one of the biggest Marvel Legends BAF, the Hulk Buster. This was the 10th anniversary Marvel Studios version. So you can see he's slightly smaller than the Hulk Buster, but he's still a big dude, you know what I'm saying? And my final thoughts. I like this guy. He won me over as I went along. Not that he had to, you know, try that hard. It's a big, giant, metallic-looking robot tank dude. It's just that out of the package, I felt like the plastic didn't look quite that good. But, you know, your mileage is gonna vary on this, but it works for me because it does give it the feel of it being kind of worn in armor, so I don't mind that. Hey, you know, are gonna have your own opinion. Your mileage is gonna vary, like I said, and if it's not good for you, for the money you spend your hard-earned money, you're allowed your own opinion. I understand that, no problem. But for me, I kind of dig it. You know, I don't have a problem with it. My biggest problem is with the yellow. I felt like the yellow, and you can see it right there. It's just not painted well. Should have been done a little bit better. But overall, you do get that giant shield, which I can't even get on this turntable spinning like this. It'll just knock into everything. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever use it. It's definitely not going to be on the stand. But he is cool just like this. He is, you know. He has a little bit of a hard time, you know, with the hammer, because it's very heavy, but it does still work. It does still look good. And it does, I gotta say, you know, I'm not into, like, spending more money on the Figmas and stuff, but I'll be on the lookout if they do a Reinhardt that's, like, die-cast. I wouldn't mind, like, something substantial for this character, because he looks so cool, and the design really does it for me, so I might be on the lookout for something like that. But that's it. That is my review for the Overwatch Ultimates version of Reinhardt, and I think he's cool. He's $50 though, so be wary of that. You know, don't spend more than that. I don't know if it's worth more than that, but yeah, I'm pleased. So there you go. Okay, guys, that's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram if you like this review and wanna give me a tip. Buy me a coffee, as they like to say. Check me out on Coffee. The link is down below as well. Thanks again. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.